It would have been nice to get his reaction here on the show to the Cowboys apparently mutually agreeing to part ways with their longtime head coach, Mike McCarthy. He's not fired because his contract expired, and they were trying to decide if they could agree on a contract extension for him to remain, and they decided against that. So now Mike McCarthy on the market, and the Cowboys searching for someone new.
Oh, boy. Well, if you didn't see it, we did post a little reaction of the instantaneous moment when Nene did find out about the Mike McCarthy news, because I was working peacefully at my desk yesterday afternoon, and all of a sudden I hear Nene go, "Oh no!" And then he runs out of the room like full speed, which if you know Nene, he's an athlete. He can run. He did track and field. Yeah. And he ran to your office, I believe.
Yeah. He had to come tell me first.
So,
which I appreciate, I suppose.
Right. So I followed him with a camera, of course, and got his reaction. But yeah, he was excited, and then also immediately was like, "Who are we going to get as our new head coach?"
I really feel like if he was here, and I kind of tried to do this yesterday, is temper his excitement. Because while, as a Packers fan, I experienced Mike McCarthy for many years and understand why the Cowboys fans would be anxious to get rid of him.
Yeah.
I also feel like you have to replace, he's not the worst coach in the league, and you have to replace him with somebody better.
Yep.
And from the looks of who they are talking about hiring, I don't think that's happening.
Well, because Mike Vrabel, I think, was on the top of everyone's mind, but he's now with the Patriots. Yep. And so it just feels like their options have kind of run out.
Bill Belichick, it's not technically impossible for him to become the coach of the Cowboys, but he has agreed to become the coach of North Carolina in college. So he's out. And so the reports are that Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys, of course, wants to hire somebody who's never been a head coach, at least in the NFL before. Some of these names, this is according to Fort Worth Star-Telegram reporter Nick Harris, says longtime Cowboys tight end and also former ESPN Monday Night Football commentator Jason Witten is an option.
Okay.
That would be out of left field.
I was going to say, any coaching experience
Jerry
there?
loves him, though.
Okay.
This one makes a little more sense. Kellen Moore, current offensive coordinator for the Eagles this season. He was the offensive coordinator for the Cowboys prior, including last year when they had so much success.
Yep.
So it makes more sense that he would be in the mix. And of course, many speculate that Deion Sanders would be a possibility as well. He's a former Cowboy. He's had some success at Colorado in college. And I also heard that Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys, one of the things that really dismayed him this year, not only the Cowboys weren't good, but that the fans were like so apathetic that there just wasn't a lot of excitement around the team. Nene only watched like 3 games all season long.
Yeah.
And which is crazy to me. But Deion Sanders, he would bring excitement. He'd bring intrigue.
Yep.
I don't know that he'd bring a lot of wins.
Right.
Like you think about the coaches in the NFL, Kevin O'Connell, Sean McVay, Matt LaFleur, these X's and O's guys. You think Deion Sanders is going to come in and
change things?
Yeah, he's going to know how to compete with that. I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, and I also find that hard to believe with Jason Witten. I don't know his history, if he does have any coaching background at all. Obviously, an amazing football player, one of the best tight ends in the NFL ever. But yeah, it just feels like they're grasping at straws here with these options.
Yeah, I feel like Kellen Moore may or may not work, but that's at least the name that makes sense.
Yeah.
Some of these other names, like, brace yourself for a disaster. It's going to be a train wreck.
It might be.
And you won't want to look away, but also... Actually, all of us that aren't Cowboys fans.
Right, all the rest of us won't want to look away. The Cowboys fans will want to bury their heads in the sand.
Yeah, for sure.
While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.